Indeed. Don't you ever forget that, people. So we've got the press conference. I think Virgil's on there right now. It's not live. I'm not doing it live, but I'm only I think a minute behind or something like that. So yeah, let's listen to what Big Virg is saying, and we continue with the other ones as well. So I'm a dedicated guy. I've done a stream this morning. Now I'm back again. And then after this, I'm going to do the Arsenal game on my other channel, UFT. So please tune into that as well. Before we start, hit that like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff, the regular stuff what we do over here. And then, yeah, we'll continue. So let's see what Big Virg, the big defender, is saying. And, we continue from there. Let's go.
Vinny. Virgil, just wanted to check something with you first, because obviously we saw you after the game on Burnley speaking to the under-13s. You've been able to sort getting them here on Wednesday or for any of the games, given that you're offering your congratulations to winning your tournament at the weekend?
Yeah, they're coming tomorrow. So I'm really pleased for them, and hopefully we can give them a show as well.
You going on the pitch or anything like that?
Well, I don't know if you can tell that already in the media. I may be surprised for them as well, but now you ruined it already. So hopefully that's not the case. Well, yeah, that will be nice.
Can I first of all as well ask about Alexander Isak? What kind of an impression has he made on you guys in his first few sessions with you?
Very good. Very eager, obviously the quality has been showing already since, I think, the first session. I was still an international from what I've heard and see. So yeah, only positive. And off the pitch as well, we have conversations. I spoke to him during the international break when everything was sorted, and it's for him. It's about getting as fit as possible, as quickly as possible. Get to understand each one of us as quickly as possible how we train, how we press, how we set pieces. So it's been a good week for him, and let's see tomorrow.
With the addition of another world-class striker like that, what difference does it make to the group? And also, are you able to assess at this stage just how well equipped you guys are as a squad, given the change in personnel, to challenge on all four fronts as you did last season, and even go further than last season?
Well, it's not really an addition, isn't it? It's a replacement, because obviously we got players that with a lot of quality left us, so we had to obviously replace these players that were so important for us and we had successes with. So obviously comes with a price tag, and the price tag we have no control over. So I totally understand from the outside world there will always be talks about that, and that creates sort of pressure, but it's down to him and obviously with us that we don't speak about those type of things. We want to perform. We want to show that we have the quality to play on the highest level, to play for Liverpool, to play Champions League football. Hopefully for him, score a lot of goals. And that's it. Just work hard, enjoy being a number 9 for Liverpool, and be important for the group. And with the goals, assists, link up play, help others. And that's the only thing you have influence on.
And as a group, how well equipped to go further on all four fronts?
Well, hopefully we are. We have to stay fit. That's the main thing. I think last year it shows that when you don't have many injuries, then a lot of players can, you can help, you can rotate, you can change the game in certain ways, and that's the aim again this season. Find consistency, find your best form, and it's far too easy to say it than to actually do it. But that's the responsibility that we all have as players in order to be at our best.
Finally, for me, Virgil, can you give us an idea what it's like to face a Diego Simeone team? Because you've done it a few times.
Yeah, unfortunately, the last time we did it here, we lost, and it was a painful one at the time as well. Obviously, we got knocked out, but it's it's a team that works so hard. It's a world-class manager. It says a lot that he's been at that club for such a long time.
Listen, that I already spoke about it this morning. Of course, I had to come back obviously because it's the press conference, and we want to hear what the manager and the players are saying at the same time. The head coach and the players are saying at the same time. The last time we faced Atletico Madrid was at home. I don't know. Was it? Yeah. The last time at Anfield was at home, wasn't it? When Adrian did that mistake. I think that was the last time. I can't remember any other game that we played at home against them other than that one. So, and we got knocked out of the Champions League because of that. That's why it was tough to take, and due to mistakes from the goalkeeper. But as for Isak, the way obviously Virgil spoke about Isak and the press reporter, the way he was saying about Isak's price tag and all that stuff is irrelevant at the moment because Virgil is right. We've got a lot of we've lost a lot of players, and he's just a replacement for those players. So once he starts settling in, as well as the Florian Wirtz and Kirkes and Frimpong and Ekitike, when they settle in properly, the team will be much stronger than what it is now. So we're just looking forward to that. But I want to hear anyway, continue with this, see what's going on with Isak, if he's going to start this game as well. So let's continue with this. But yeah, I think Virgil responded well in regards to Isak. He's a replacement as well as, the record signing for Liverpool Football Club. It's a long-term project here. It's not a short-term project either. So people need to understand that.
And a lot of respect for that. They have world-class players, a world-class goalie. I can go on, and they are just a very difficult team to beat, and they will never give up. That's the mentality they have, and they maybe did not have the best start that they would love to in terms of in the league, but I know that this is their start of their campaign as well, and they would love to impress as quickly as possible as well. So we have to be ready, and we had a good session today, and now it's time to prepare in your own way at home and be ready for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah, Atletico Madrid is a difficult team. As he said, it's a Diego Simeone team. That means they're going to be defending throughout the match and find their counter-attacks afterwards. That's the kind of team they are. They've always been the same. Don't be fooled about where they are in the league, because we checked it out this morning. When I looked at it, I think they were 11th, but they only lost one game and drew. I think it's only 4 games. I think they drew 2 and won 1. Lost 1, drew 2, and won 1, as far as I'm aware. So the form of the table shouldn't really take you out of the real focus, which is they're still a good team. You know what I mean? 4 games doesn't determine the season how bad they are. If you know what I mean, just because they're in the 11th position in the league, it doesn't mean like they are that awful. They only lost 1 game the whole season, guys. So don't put this kind of mentality of they are a rubbish team. We could go down. Obviously, we'll go to Anfield and we could beat them easily. It's not going to be like that, man. 100%, it's not going to be like that. Please, people, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate that. Big up, Michael West, man. Thank you for coming on, man. Let's go, he says. Big up, of course, you never walk alone, fans TV. Please subscribe to this gentleman here. Very nice bloke. And he knows what he's talking about. Let me just put it that way. Sonny is a good guy, man. Big up Fozzie, brother. How are we? My mate, big up the chat. Everyone like the stream. Yeah, I hope everybody's here, bro. I mean, I've just done another spontaneous stream. I was hoping people will come on and we'll listen to Virgil, we'll listen to Arne Slot and whoever else is on there, and we could discuss it as Liverpool fans, isn't it? That's what it's all about.
Hi, Virgil. Talking about Alexander Isak, you've played against him. What kind of player is he to play against? What sets him out from the rest, really?
Well, obviously, he's a clinical finisher. I think if you look at his finishing skills, heading left, right, top corners, he's the complete striker at the moment. And same you can say from Hugo. I think obviously they're maybe a little bit different, but not as much. They have both so much quality. They are very comfortable on the ball, so they can link up play. They have pace. and that's basically what's been asked nowadays, I think, from the modern day striker, and it's both are a handful, and that's obviously good that they're on my side now. So hopefully they can show that, obviously, in the next games and the whole year, definitely for the opponents.
You know what I like about Ekitike and Isak? They're so similar. It's unreal, guys. If you watch both of them, if you watch back Ekitike in Germany, and you watch, obviously, Isak, as we did for Newcastle, they're similar players. Obviously, the only thing is one is the finished article, and the other one is trying to get to the finished article. So Ekitike can watch Isak and then learn from him. And then when Isak, eventually goes the other way, there's another player that's going to replace him that's, similar to him. So, yeah, I like what Virgil said. I'm glad that they are on my side because, if you look at Isak last season in the Premier League, he gave Virgil a torrid time. He gave the Arsenal defense a torrid time as well. I think he scored more or less every game he's playing against these guys. So, yeah. Listen, this guy is very, very special. And having him and Salah in the same team can be something special, guys. So just keep an eye on that. Let's continue.
And as a captain, how excited have you been with all the players that have come in this summer? And how long does it take to gel when you have got game after game after game? Now you won't have as much training time now?
Well, hopefully as quickly as possible. And I'm definitely delighted with all the players, the quality that we have brought in. But it takes time. It's absolutely normal. They're in a good place. I think to be here with us as a team, it's a great place to be. The club is in a great place, and it gives them, the opportunity to express themselves as quickly as possible, and that's a good thing. Obviously, when I joined the club as well, you want to feel welcomed as quickly as possible, so you can express yourself in the best way possible on the pitch, especially because that's what counts, of course, but off the pitch as well. And I think that's definitely been happening.
Hi, Virgil. I'm Artur Kovács, RTL Hungary. So you play in defense between two Hungarian players, and I would like to ask you, what about your connections, and what do you think about Dominik Szoboszlai and Milos Kerkez?
Wow.
Well, yeah, a lot of energy, a lot of quality. I think Milos obviously is a fantastic, aggressive, full of energy player that obviously is learning also the way how we play and the intensity of playing for Liverpool, also dealing with it, how it is on and off the pitch. It's not an easy thing to deal with, but he is going to be absolutely fine. In terms of Dom, I think he had a great start of the season so far. Obviously playing on a position that is not maybe his favorite one, but he did it with amazing and on a world-class level, in my opinion. That obviously it's a great option to have for the rest of the season. So yeah, I'm very delighted for both of them. They're learning and they're getting better each and every day. I think that's just great to see.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, Virgil. Just you mentioned the Atletico Madrid game a few years ago, and then you were actually the defending champions in the Champions League. There's only a few of you left from that team. Do you sort of feel that you topped the league table last year, but then got knocked out in the last 16? How do you see your chances of going further this year? And with you signing your new contract, was part of that thinking you might be able to win another Champions League here?
Well, obviously, when I sign my deal, I will hope to win everything that I'm going to participate in. But it doesn't work like that, unfortunately, because you face so many teams, so many great teams, by the way, sorry. But yeah, going into the start of this campaign, I'm confident. I'm confident that we can show Europe that we are a fantastic team. But you have to work for it. It's all about the work that you put in, obviously on the pitch, but off the pitch as well, in order to be at your best. And tomorrow is a great start. We have high hopes, but tomorrow it can, show again how difficult it is to be up there. And we just have to take it game by game like we always do it. Also in the league, we don't get ahead of ourselves. That's the main thing that sticks to me.
That's one thing, you know, with Liverpool Football Club compared to Arsenal or, you know, any other team around Europe, is the experience of our players in winning, and that plays a big part for you to succeed in the future as well. Once you have the winning mentality around you, especially with the big players that we have, they will, you know, settle the new players down in for them to understand you can't get over, what do you call it? Overconfident, and you can't get ahead of yourself to win titles. You just gotta, like, you know, be calmer in situations, like Virgil always says, and accept things with, you know, with in a way of, you know, accept things, be gracious with things. You know what I mean? Even if you lose a game, you draw a game, don't get, you know, too upset for you to come back in the next game, kind of thing, if you know what I mean. So this is the difference between us and other teams, especially Arsenal. If you look at it from a point of view of the two clubs where they're at, the reason Arsenal don't win things, because when they get beat or they draw, their mentality is very different to Liverpool's way of thinking. That's why we are more successful than them in regards to titles, because our reaction is to forget that game and go for the other game. As for them, they still think about that previous game, and their fan base always go back to that previous game, why they lost, why they drew. This is why we lost the Premier League. This is why we lost the Champions League. You know, things like that. So having experienced players that win a lot of titles, especially the spine of our team, helps us obviously to progress further in other competitions as well. So if you, for example, last season, what happened? We lost to PSG in the Champions League due to penalty shootouts. So this season, we will learn from that. And not only that, the mistake that we did last season was we went out in the Champions League in the beginning like gun ho, or we got finished top kind of thing, while other teams were, you know, at the back, sitting back, thinking like, you know, we don't need to like run about and all that stuff and overextend our, you know, legs on the pitch and all that stuff. Just bide our time, and then, you know, we'll see what we get, because no matter where you finish in the Champions League, it doesn't matter, because you're still going to get a tough team in the last 16 for you guys to qualify for the next, you know, the quarterfinals. And that's the learning curve of obviously of last season. So this time we won't go all gun ho. We will bide our time, make sure our players don't put too much into the game to make themselves tired. So when the second part of the season comes along, we'll be more fresher than the first part, if you know what I mean, guys. So yeah, man, it's good to have experience. I've always said it. You look at the difference between Arsenal and us. I know it's not Arsenal we're facing, but I'm just giving you an example. We've got experience and they haven't. And this is why we always overcome difficult situations. We learn from mistakes, and they don't. That's the difference.
Hello. Is possible to ask in Spanish or?
I can't speak
Hola,
Spanish.
Virgil, ¿qué tal?
Hi,
Tony
Virgil.
Fabra del Desmarque. Yo te quiero
I
preguntar.
wanted to ask you, what have you thought this morning when you saw the Atletico Madrid squad, obviously missing important players like Julian Alvarez? Do you feel more relaxed given that you don't have to face Julian Alvarez mañana?
Well, Alvarez is a fantastic player, first and foremost. So that will be obviously a miss. But I still think that Atletico Madrid is a very dangerous team with great players, with a fantastic manager. So we have to be at our best tomorrow. And it's not about me being relaxed. I'm always ready to, you know, for anything, and for tomorrow as well. I'll be relaxed tonight when I'm doing my normal stuff in order to be ready for tomorrow. But tomorrow, when I wake up and after pre-match, I'll be more than ready to rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Hi, Verge. Atletico Madrid are one of the few teams in Europe who play with two strikers. In fact, I don't think there's any team in the Premier League who play with two strikers anymore. What are the unique challenges of playing against two, and how much are you looking forward to it?
Well, at times teams are playing with two strikers, maybe not directly, but I've mentioned it many times. Obviously, it's the way we defend is always from the front. So it's never, obviously it can be 1v1 at times, but you know, it's well organized and yeah, listen, I think it's just you have to deal with it in the situation, you know, whether you know it's a long ball, you have to challenge headers or just ground duels or reading the game early enough. You know, it's just part of being a central defender, and no matter what you're gonna face, you have to make sure you're at your best together with your partner and your number 6 and the back 4 basically. But
Just about to say that.
that's just always a challenge. And
You know, in the modern game, there's no 2 strikers anymore. I think they're making a mistake because Griezmann is the other striker he's talking about. Griezmann is more of a number 7, like Kenny Dalglish, Kevin Keegan. The football in the modern day is going back to Kevin Keegan type of players. You know, you got the main striker, John Toshak. Get well soon, please, John Toshak. I've seen pictures of him and with Alonso at Madrid. So it looks like he's getting better. John Toshak is a legend for Liverpool Football Club, guys. Like, he's more of a legend at Liverpool than Real Madrid, if you know what I mean, as a footballer. So please send your praise to him. Thoughts and prayers to him. He had an issue. I think he had illness and is slowly coming back from what I can see. So yeah, get well soon, John Toshak. So if you look at Keegan and Toshak, there wasn't like, you know, beside each other. Keegan was behind him, Toshak was up front, Rush was up front, and Kenny was behind him. That's how it is. Aldridge was up front, and Peter Beardsley was behind him. That's what's come back to football. I don't think many of the people have realized football is going back slowly to the number 9 and the number 7. So Liverpool have realized the same things happened and they're doing the same thing as well. So now we've got a number 9 and we've got a number 7 in Florian Wirtz. So it's not a number 10, it's a number 7. There's 2 different things. So it's like a partnership. It's like a half striker, half, you know, a number 10. It's a bit of both. That's what Kenny Dalglish was, and that's what Kevin Keegan was, Peter Beardsley was, if you know what I mean, guys. So football's slowly getting back to that. I don't think people have grasped onto that. Majority of the teams actually in the modern day play like that now. So I've just spotted it recently when I've been watching football. Like, I think we're going back to the number 7, man. It looks like a lot of teams are playing with a number 7 now, if you know what I mean. So it's good to see. It's brilliant to see. But let me just welcome people in before I go on. Jean, always much love, lady. Much love. I hope you're okay, yeah? Proof in the pudding. We overcame 4 matches in a row. Spot on, my guy. Spot on, my guy. Hit the like button, peeps. Support Fozzy and grow the channel. Appreciate that, Jean. I honestly appreciate that. So as I was saying, guys, just keep an eye on football in the modern era. I think they're going back to the number 7 and the number 9. There's a lot of number 9s now, and there's a lot of number 7s. There ain't number 10s, but it's more number 7, which was a partnership back in the day. The number 7 is like a half forward and half number 10. You know what I mean? In between, creative as well as getting goals, like 10, 12 goals a season or something like that. So I've spotted it. I've really spotted it. But it's good to see. It's good to see that back because it makes it more attacking football, if you know what I mean, guys. And having 2 pivot midfielders, because I remember when I was a kid, when I used to watch, obviously, John Barnes on one side, Ray Howe on the other side, and then you had McMahon and Whelan in the middle, and you had Peter Beardsley and you had John Aldridge. That's what it looks like it's coming back, guys, man. But just keep an eye on it, man. Just keep an eye on it. It looks exciting.
And it's nice that in the Champions League, sometimes you face different type of strikers, different type of ways that teams are playing against you. But that's nice because of that you have to adapt at times as well. And it's a good thing. And I really enjoy it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
That's one thing, you know, with Virgil and Konate now, like they're going to face two different players, which one of them is going to drop off and one of them is going to stay up front. So they're going to have to decide which one is going to mark the main striker. And the one that drops off is to do with the available defender and the DM. So they have to share that job. So if Virgil is not marking their main striker and Konate is marking the main striker, that means Virgil and Gravenberch have to share the workload to get hold of that number 7 that's loose behind the striker. Because if no one picks that number 7 up, wow, woo, I said it, 7 up. If no one picks that number 7, that means he's got to free them between the midfield and obviously the defense. So we don't want that, guys. So this is where the likes of Gravenberch, whoever plays in that DM, if it's McAllister instead of Gravenberch, they have to pick up that guy if Virgil can't pick him up. So the Virgil doesn't stray from that. Let me show you, actually. Let me show you. I'll come back to the press conference. So let me show you what I mean. I'll put this tactics board there. So it's come back. I don't think a lot of people have spotted it. I don't think a lot of people have spotted that football is coming back to the number 7 again. So as you can see here, guys, yeah. Let me take the Atletico Madrid players off. Let me take them all off. I already set up earlier, you know what I mean? So if I'll put this here, put this here. I'll bring them back later on. You're going to see it tomorrow anyway. I like this tactical board because during the game, I could put the yellow cards on them and all that stuff. It's easy for me. And I don't want to just put, something else in there. If I could put both teams on there, I could do the captains, I could do the yellow cards. As you can see, the coaches are there as well. It's more easier for me. I like it. I didn't look at it before like that way, but it's quite good to have that. So let's spread around the pitch here. So as you can see, number 7. There you go, people. Let's come back, man. Kenny Dalglish is back in football, guys. The formation with Kenny is back. I'm happy with that. I think football needs that back. It's a tactical thing, you know what I mean? People used to think it's 4-4-2, but it was never 4-4-2. Number 7, having a number 7 was a special thing back in the day, and I'm glad it's back. I'm really glad it's back. But guys, hit the likes and comments, man. I'm only here for a little bit. I'm not going to bombard you with more streams on here. Just give me support. That's all I'm asking for. So, as I was saying, so let me bring back Griezmann and the number 9. So we're not going to see Alvarez from what I've seen. It's going to be someone at that Slough, or whatever his name is, the one who played for Palace. So this is what they do nowadays, guys. There's a striker, as you can see at the front. Let me make this slightly bigger if I can. I don't know if I messed that up a bit. Fuzzy. You got a bloody stream to go to in a minute. Starts later at 5 though, don't worry about that. So if you can see this, guys, yeah. If you can see, this is my starting lineup, by the way, for tomorrow. And we're gonna get Isak from the bench. So this guy is the main striker, as you can see, and there's a number 7 right behind him right there, yeah? So the number 7s, they're going to be in this area here. So as you can see, guys, the area I'm talking about is right here. Where is it? Right, let me make a little bit of circle. Right there, between the midfield and the defense. So this guy is going to be loose in this area. So someone is going to, in the midfield, when we haven't got the ball, has to come back and block this area from him. So this guy is going to be forever with Konate. Konate is going to take care of him throughout the game. So this is what these two do normally, Virgil and Konate. They usually, if I can't handle him, you go to him. Like this kind of thing. To me, to you, whichever one. But majority of the time, what I see is Konate likes the physical side of the game, so he marks these type of strikers in the game. But this guy is going to be more or less like I showed you when the midfield is there. He's going to be where that circle is. Let me do a proper circle. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? So around this area, I say. Around this area here, Griezmann is going to be there. So what that means, if the midfield is pushing forward, there's a loose player here and he can get the ball at any time. Not only go at the Liverpool defense because he's loose, he could make a through ball for the striker, or he could take shots from outside the box freely. Because Virgil, when Griezmann goes deep, when they obviously during the game, this guy's going to be loose. Sorry, this guy's going to be the striker in it. So Konate is going to grab him. Virgil can't come out of position just in case Konate makes a mistake and loses that player. And who's going to cover Konate? Nobody. So Virgil has to stay around here. He can't come out with Griezmann over there. Otherwise, there's space right there. And we don't want the space right there, if you know what I mean. So this is the scariest part of, defenders coming out of position. When they're out of position, that means there's a space here where the arrow is and the circle is, which means this guy's got the freedom of this area here. If this guy loses him, easy goal, easy goal. So Virgil at all times has to be around here, which means Gravenberch, although he likes to go forward a lot, has to step in between the two centre backs sometimes. Well, off the ball work. That's what I'm saying. Off the ball work, which means he will, if he comes around this area, Gravenberch will be with him all the time. And then if he goes over there, at least Virgil will be there. You know what I mean? So this is a partnership with the DM tomorrow. So he has got a lot of work to do tomorrow. And as I said, that can't happen. He can't be alone in this area, because every time from the back to the midfield, they will try get him from every direction, and he can't be alone. There you go, people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Number 7s used to be here back in the day. Kenny, Keegan, Peter Beardsley, when we used to have number 7s, Dean Saunders after Peter Beardsley. This is where the area was, this area here, where the circle is. And when people don't pick them up, they lose. They either shoot out goal or go through, score a goal, or, they pass on to the striker to score the goal as well. So this is what the worrying part is for me in tomorrow's game. I just hope these two, Virgil and Gravenberch, build that partnership, because if we don't, they're gonna have a field day in that area of the pitch. So that's what we don't want. That's what we don't want, guys. Obviously, Szoboszlai, if he plays, he's going to be more of a central midfielder, which is, half defense, half attack kind of thing. But Gravenberch is the one that has to slip in between the defense in this game tomorrow. I need him to be there, because the two players, they will try to cause damage throughout the game. Yeah, so that's how it is with the number 7, guys. If you have never seen a number 7 play before, it looks like football is getting back to the old days. And I just had to explain to you before we go on. Yeah, so that's my team for tomorrow, by the way. And I'm expecting Isak to come from the bench and have a few minutes, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Let me check the chat, man. Let me check the chat. What's going on here? Sorry about that, guys. I had to do the tactical side of the game for you, just to show you what a number 7 is if you've never seen it before. I'm sure many of you guys haven't seen it, so somebody has to explain it to you guys, isn't it, man? Big up bro. Big up my guy. I hope you're okay. My captain, Virgil, how do you, and welcome back. Yeah, of course. You're talking to each other there. No problem for me. Big up Clive, my brother. Hope you're okay. Waiting for a slot press conference, but he's running late. He's coming. Don't worry about that. Big up everybody, man. Big up Uncle Rods, of course, as well. Please subscribe to Uncle Rod's slot live now. Yes. Let's go back. No music, please. No music. They allow me to do this because they follow me on Twitter, and I've realized people get copyrighted if they use it. I've noticed. So I'm okay to use it because Liverpool follow me on Twitter. I didn't know it goes through that, because I used other stuff before on other people's channels and they got copyrighted, and that's my bad. I think it was Quasi's channel. I can use it on my channel because they follow me on Twitter, man. I think that's where it is. So there he is. Let's see what he's gonna say.
If you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hand, just so we can get a mic for the simultaneous translation. Vinny, do you want to go first?
Arne, good afternoon. First of all, just wanted to check on Alexander Isak. What chance of him figuring and getting some game time, at least in this game against Atletico Madrid?
There's definitely a chance because he's in the squad. So then there's a chance to play, but I would normally always say 99.9% sure, but I can say it's 100% sure that he will not play 90 minutes. But he's part of the squad, so it's already a Champions League game to look forward to. But if people look forward to his playing time, that could mean that could happen tomorrow as well. Even a chance to start then? The only thing what is sure is that he would not play 90, and all the rest you will see tomorrow. Obviously...
So this could mean he could do like 60 minutes if you want him to start. That is, he could do. Isak could do 60 minutes and then come off after 60 minutes kind of thing. But I don't think Liverpool's going to do that. I think with Isak, they're going to do it gradually. Last 20 minutes, last 10 minutes kind of thing. Start with 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 30 minutes, and then probably start him on a regular and take him off during the game and when things are safe, as far as I'm aware. That's how they go.
Look at Florian Wirtz and the switch that he's made coming to Liverpool. And I think there's probably an argument to say that we've not seen the best of him just yet. I think there were flashes in the second half, at least against Burnley once again. What do you put that down to, though, the fact that we've not seen the best of Florian just yet? And what kind of adjustment is he having to make?
I put that down to Bournemouth. I put that down to Newcastle. I put that down to Arsenal. I put that down to a team we faced this weekend that only conceded 14 goals last season. If it's correct, I don't know, but someone told me today it's the first time in 18 months that Burnley lost a home game. So if I'm wrong, that's because of that person. But it tells you how hard it is to play these games. And
that's my manager, mate. That's how you protect your players, Arne Slot. Hats off to you. I need a shave, but hats off to you, bro. Hats off to you. There you go, man. 18 months, he said. And all they do is talk about Florian Wirtz on a regular basis. You know, they hear these people on YouTube nowadays. So what the reporters do now, they take it to the press conference and ask the same silly questions about Florian Wirtz. 4 games, hasn't done that much. Second half performance is picking up. And, you know, but the thing is, it's a Champions League. Did you ever think to yourself, maybe for now, Florian Wirtz will shine in the Champions League games because Champions League is a different type of football, which is slower, you know, tactical battles, technical ability gets you out of, you know, certain situations, and usage of technical ability can, you know, get your, you know, ability in the game higher, if you know what I mean. Like you elevate to a next level, if you know what I mean. So maybe this is Florian Wirtz's game. This is the start of his, you know, consistency of performing in a higher level. Maybe it is. You never know, because different type of football can get the best out of you. And Florian Wirtz is playing in the Champions League tomorrow night, and this could be his time that he's gonna shine. And all those haters might, you know, shut their mouths, if you know what I mean. But like the coach has said, there's been 4 games in the Premier League, and all 4 games, it's more or less teams not playing football, paying respect to Liverpool Football Club, including Arsenal, which is camping outside their 18-yard box. It is 18 yards, right? Could be wrong. Yeah, so it was always going to be difficult for the newcomers to be performing in a high level, especially coming into a team that's a champion. And when you're champions, that means every opponent that's facing you is going to stay in front of their goal, defending for their lives. As we saw against Burnley the other day, they were just outside their box, nowhere to go. 11 players pretty much inside their own half, just outside their box. So if you put those 11 players right across the 10 players right across the 6-yard box, I mean 18-yard box, and the goalkeeper behind them, where is the gaps going to come from, like, for those players to score goals? It's going to be difficult, especially in the beginning of the season when you haven't found your, you know, place in the team yet. You haven't found, you know, you don't know what each other's game is. When you make runs, when you make the pass and all that stuff, you still don't know each other that well yet. When things become like a norm and you guys understand each other on the pitch, those things become easier afterwards. That's what I'm waiting for. But the manager made it clear. 4 games, more or less all 4 games have been deep line defending, and not many people talk about that. And we've been dominating the majority of it. So yeah, let's just wait and see, man. I think people are jumping the gun, you know, with Florian Wirtz, thinking about him too much because how much we spent on him, but not realizing these games that we played, they were all difficult, unfortunately. It doesn't matter if it's Burnley, Bournemouth, Arsenal, or Newcastle. If you're going to camp outside the box and you're an athlete, it's going to be difficult no matter who it is. Let me just put it that way.
Which is normal, because there's so much focus on our new signings, because especially the pundits that favor not us but some other clubs in the,
There you
in the
go.
country
He's
that
understanding.
cannot stop talking about 450 million. I repeat 450 million. I repeat 450 million. They always forget the 300 million that we've sold for. And about 450 million. I repeat 450 million. I repeat 450 million. But they always forget the 300 million that we've sold for. And these players that we've brought in are indeed a lot of money, but they are playing now together with players that are worth same amounts of money. So yes, if we want to strengthen the squad, we need almost to spend that much money, because then they are, if we sell Dominic Szoboszlai tomorrow, he would be worth 100 million as well.
Come on, boss. Come on, boss. Come on. Come on. I love this guy, man. That's my manager. That's my manager. Come on.
Give me a hell yeah. I said, give me a hell yeah.
Our manager is Stone Cold Steve Austin, people. Like it or not, he doesn't care about the rules. He doesn't care about our rivals. He will bring them up in the press conference and say what he feels. That's my manager, man. That is my manager. Hey, Stone Cold. We're managed by Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. Let's go. Go against the authority. Go against the, the grey. I love it. I love it, Arne Slot. Keep going, mate. Keep going. Let them know what we spent. Let them know.
So there's so much focus on Florian, but the ones that have stayed behind still in the team haven't scored 4 goals or 12 assists as well. So he's been part of a team, Florian, that is on top of the league, that won 4 games. He's part of the team that won against Newcastle, that won against Arsenal, where the team of last season didn't win away at Newcastle, didn't win at home against Arsenal. So it's the way you want to look at it. Yes, he hasn't scored 4 goals or 12 assists in the first 4 games. But for me, that's down to the quality we faced. And he's part of a team that's number 1 in the league at the moment.
You have said.
You will rest in peace.
Yes! I love this guy. Keep going. Keep going, mate.
The best is still to come from the group as a whole. So how well equipped do you feel you are to compete on all 4 fronts once again, even go further than what you were able to do last season?
Yeah, I think we are far above my expectations during the summer. So we all know what happened this summer. We all knew when the program or the schedule came out that we had to face Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, and Bournemouth at home. And it turned out to be Burnley a difficult one as well. But that is maybe not what I expected it, but not in the fashion as it happened on Sunday. So for us to be on 12 points now is so much more than I expected, especially after we've had so many changes in the group as well, in our squad, sorry. And yeah, I think we can do better. But we're not every time going to face Newcastle away and Arsenal at home.
How does this test compare to what you faced already?
Sorry?
How does this test against Atletico then compare to what you faced already in the Premier League?
When I was at Feyenoord in the Eredivisie, you knew when you went from a Sunday to a Wednesday, you had to make 2 steps up, unless you played Ajax or PSV in the weekend. But if you play Premier League, it is either the same quality you face or a little step up. So yes, it's again a very difficult one because Atletico Madrid has done so well in La Liga over so many years with Diego Simeone. They were even able to win the league twice when you face Real Madrid and Barcelona. And they've been twice in the final of the Champions League. So this again is a team that is a difficult one to play against because of the mentality, because of their team performance, because of their individual quality. The last time I faced them, I still wake up sometimes, and that's not true, but at night thinking about Griezmann, how good he was in that game. I think we lost 3-1. I'm not exactly sure, but he was outstanding that game. So the good thing now is that in my team, I have players that that can do similar things than Griezmann can do.
Woo!
And although I loved my players at Feyenoord a lot as well, but at that moment of time, in their moment of their career, they were not able to compete with Griezmann on that night.
So
This guy, man, he surprises me every single time, guys. Arne Slot forever, guys, forever. Anyone who tries to come and collect him from us, you're gonna have to F off. You have to F off. We don't want Arne Slot leaving Liverpool Football Club ever. You know what I mean? And until things disappear, the success disappears, he's staying at Liverpool. Anyone comes close to my football club, try to get him from us, this is for you. On the way out. Let me just put it that way. Big up everybody that's on the channel, man. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Big up Rodrigo. I can see you there, bro. Uncle Rods, of course, Uncle Rods. What are you saying, MM? What are you saying, my guy? He's sharp-witted. I really like how he talks. The interview when he talks tactics are, yes, 100%, bro. Fascinating, 100%, and he's a real one. I love the guy, man. I've always, when he first arrived, when Klopp decided to leave, I was one of the ones that said give the guy a chance. You know what I mean? We're Liverpool Football Club. When people didn't want him, you know what I mean? I said he's not my first pick. He's not even my 10th pick if I had to choose at that time, because I don't even know who Arne Slot was. But guys, like, he's one of us. The way he talks is like us. He backs us. He protects his players. And if he wants a player that's, with higher qualities than the players that he has, he goes and buys those players. I mean, we don't buy these type of players. We don't buy Isaks normally. We don't buy Verts. I mean, Liverpool don't buy these type of players, guys. But we're willing to go out there and get the best of the best under him. I'm not criticizing previous management, but they like to build from nothing to go to the top. If he wants to add quality with the players that he already has, he's willing to go out there and add the quality with the players. And if you look at Liverpool compared to last season, we're better off now than we was last season, even though we was champions. So I love the guy, man. I really do. Champions League pace is what Verts is used to. Yes, 100%, Gene. We have nothing to worry about where he is concerned. Get in there, Gene. I love you for that. He's so right, though. There are no easy games in the Prem. And the fans are going crazy that we aren't winning every game. 4-0, 4-0 when these players have had a few more games together. We are going to be scary, 100%. 100%. Like, it's like the manager said, 4 games, 4 wins. Arsenal can't say that. Man City can't say that. Chelsea can't say that. Tottenham can't say that. Can't say Man United because, Man United are finished. Those teams can't say that. We're the only ones that can say that. And we're getting criticized for it. Strange. Very strange.
Hi, Arne. You talk about the new players coming in, but you have won those 4 games in the Premier League. What does that say about the squad? And also, the mentality, that strong mentality has stayed there, hasn't it? Because you've won those games late on.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's very focused on us winning the game late on. But that, again, has a lot to do with the teams we faced as well. So, of course, it has a bit to do with how fit we are, that we can always keep on going and make the difference in the last part of the game. But if you face maybe teams that are not as strong as that, you are able to win the game a bit earlier. So it probably also tells you how difficult our schedule has been in the first few games. For us to be that we need.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. I apologize for that. Big up, Rodrigo. Big up, bro. Tomorrow we will win about 2-1. Verts is gonna shine. Oh, this is his game, bro. This is his game. That's how it is. Arne Slot is spitting fire, 100%. The guy knows what he's talking about, man. I trust him, bro. I really do. I was very, much on the side of when he first arrived. What is he about? I'm willing to give him a chance, but what is he about? Is he going to be a winner? Is he going to be in between? Is he going to be, a loser? I don't know. But the more I get used to Arne Slot, the more I get to know him, the more I'm realizing he's a freaking winner, man. And he's ruthless on top of that as well. Him making that substitution in the first half with Kirkes was similar to the one he did with Kwanzaa last season against Ipswich. Around the same time, first game last season, and one of the first 4 games of this season. So if he needs to make changes to prevent tragedies on the pitch, which is like Kirkes almost getting sent off or something like that, he will prevent it. He's got no hesitation. It's all about winning. Winning managers do that all the time. I remember Mourinho used to do the same thing, and Chelsea always used to win, the league and all that stuff. He used to make substitutions early if the games ain't going according to plan, and Arne Slot does the same thing. Because as I said earlier in my other stream, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Because managers and head coaches, when they make decisions, when it's right, everything's great. But when it's wrong, they get sacked. So he should not have no sentimentality towards players if it's going to stop him from winning games. And that's what I like about this guy. He's willing to sacrifice things for him, for the football club to win games as well. So I like that, man. I like that. If you're wondering why I'm speaking like this, I don't normally speak about tactical side and all that stuff because I feel fresh, guys. I've been on holiday. I'm back to my, self finally. So I'm enjoying it, man. I'm really enjoying it. He's spitting facts, man. He's spitting fire, 100%.
To win it in the end. Then people will tell me, yeah, what are you talking about? You've played Burnley as well. But again, this team only conceded 14 goals last season in the whole season. So yeah, very happy with where we are, especially because I don't know if everyone knows what I mean with that, but I think everyone does. What a summer we've been through. And I'm not talking about selling players or bringing players in. I think we all know where I'm talking about. And then to be here with 12 points after such a difficult start in terms of the teams we faced is more than expected. But still, we know as well, and we want to do better. But I also wanted to do better than last season. So if we would have kept that team together, we needed to do better as well. And that's why we are every day on the training pitch to try, and in meetings to try and make the team better.
You talk about the new players, but one of the older players, Andy Robertson, came off the bench on Sunday, played brilliantly well against Burnley. How much can he help?
Listen, Robertson done pretty well. Yeah, I can't really argue with that. Normally, I say he's a bit too old, and I see him struggling in games. But the way Robertson came on against Burnley and changed the game the way to our advantage, which is created more chances for the strikers, it was amazing. Let me just put it that way. Well done, Robertson. My annoyance is we paid the going price for the players. Does this not take away the players? This does not take away that the players need to be bedded into their team. So he must mature. Sorry, Gene would say bedded into the team. So he is immature. No, mature. Okay, I get it. Yeah. That's how it is. It's the going rate. Gene. You know what I mean? And that's how it is. I don't know that's what happened there, but yeah, it's back. Yeah, big up Abdul, by the way. Big up my brother. Yes, everybody smash the likes and subscribe. Appreciate that, my guy. This is my other channel. I'm going to be on the Arsenal game doing this later on, around 5-ish. So please subscribe to that channel if you're new, and if you support other clubs, it's for you. Let me just put it that way. Big up John Conway as always, brother. Big up my guy. Big up. So I'm just welcoming people in. I don't want to be rude or anything like that. I always do that. We spent too much on some guys like Wirtz, Ikatike, and Isak. We still need a centre back, a defensive midfielder, and a winger to fill out the team. Yeah, but I think that's something for the next season, bro. The ones we haven't signed. I think the most important bit for the team is getting the forward line sorted out, which is the 2 strikers. And obviously, the fullback positions, which what I liked about the fullback position was as soon as Trent left, Frimpong came in. I mean, we already knew we needed Kes. He was coming. We already knew that. But, reaction to major issues is what I love about this club. We don't really dwell on players when they leave. If they wanted to leave for free, run their contract, we say, get lost, but we're going to bring someone in straight away. I mean, so it was well thought of and well timed the way they brought on a Freeman, in my opinion. I thought it was amazing. Absolutely amazing, to be fair. But I wouldn't worry about those, the DM, the centre back and all that stuff, bro. That's for next season, my guy. I think they're going to look far and wide for a DM that's suitable for Liverpool Football Club to help out the rest of the players, who's different from what we've got right now. And they'll have enough time to look for that player. They'll have enough time. And I'm looking forward to see who that person is next season. And we can make that our marquee signing next season, if you know what I mean. But Gahey is a strong possibility still. Could come in Jan or probably at the end of the season. But I just hoped, since we missed out on him in the summer, they signed a pre-contract with him, so he has that agreement with Liverpool that he will always come to Liverpool, even if other teams come and try to get him. So, yeah.
Just say like a Milos Kerkez, for example.
Brilliantly well. I think he played well. That we agree. If he would have played brilliantly well, he would have hit his left foot outside shot into the top corner. No, he had a very good impact. Milos started the game not brilliantly well, but he started the game well. But we had to take him off, and then it's such a nice thing that you have Andy Robertson to replace him, and he just came in the team as if he'd never been doing anything else and started to play with his teammates. But it was a difficult game for us, so I don't think anyone played brilliantly well. But he definitely played well, and so it's good to have him in the squad. That's for sure.
Carl?
Hi, Arne. I just wondered what you learned from last season's Champions League, particularly in terms of the format. You finished top of the group and then didn't get a particularly favourable draw, and whether that will influence how you approach this Champions League.
I got that question just a second ago as well. I think it's not a smart thing to do is judge something on one event, because if I judge it on one event, I would say it's of no interest if you end up number 1 or number 7 or number 8, because we had a very difficult draw, and the number 11 Real Madrid had to play the number 22, which was Man City. So what I like about this draw is tonight I go home. I go a little bit earlier home after this press conference, but tonight I'm in front of the television and I'm looking at which game is going to come up, because it's always going to be a nice game, because there can be a pot 1 team that plays a pot 1 team. In the past, it was always pot 1 to pot 2, pot 3, pot 4.
Yeah.
So that is the nice part of it. What I don't like about this format is that if you have NBA everywhere where you have a league table and then you play playoffs, you have a league table after everyone playing the same teams. So if you then end up number 1, then probably the number 8 is weaker than the number 5. But now there are teams that come from pot 4 that have an easier draw than teams that are on pot 1.
Thank you.
So this whole league table doesn't give the real opinion about who's...
It doesn't balance out at all, man. If you finish top, in normal circumstances, like in the old format, you get an easier team. But for some reason, in this Champions League, if you finish top, you get a hard team. So he's right. It just doesn't make any sense. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And the people that choose this is the people that look after, money. I mean, they want to romance in the Champions League sometimes. A small team going to the final, they made it there and all this stuff. It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit, man. All that hard work we did last season was for nothing. We tired ourselves out. And that's how bad it was.
Who's good and who isn't. So then it can happen like last season that the number 11 Real Madrid can play the number 22 Man City. And it's not like Man City did something so bad. No, they had to face a difficult draw. And it's the same like Paris Saint-Germain. If you look at the draw of Paris Saint-Germain this season, it's the same as last season. So if you ask me this question immediately after we lost Paris Saint-Germain, I would have told you, forget about the first 8 games. But now I use my brains a bit more. And I tell you, don't judge a new format on the first time. Judge it after 3 or 4 times, and then see maybe the upcoming 3 times the number 1 of the league table will have a favorable draw. But that was definitely not the situation last season.
It's a joke.
Arne, when you think back to the second PSG game and how close it was, does the fact that they went on to win the tournament give you a boost in a way, or does it frustrate you?
A bit of both, maybe. Because we were so close, I think it wasn't that I said it, but I think Luis Enrique said before when he said here, he said the team that's going to win this playoff is going to win the tournament. And he was right. Not to say that it would have happened with us as well, but in the end, he was right. So it tells you that we were a team. We were the only team that could bring them.
Listen, we owe Luis Enrique a beating. Let me just put it that way. I'll tell you why I say we owe him a beating. I remember last season when we faced them in the first game, he said we will beat Liverpool and we will reach the quarterfinals. He did say that straight after the first game. So if he's got that confident of beating Liverpool, and he did do it, he did stand by his word, we owe him one. We owe PSG one. Hopefully, we'll get them at some stage just to get them out of the damn competition. Let me just put it that way. Players, head coach, come and go. Liverpool will last forever. Most important, we need to win trophies and be the best team in England, Europe, and the world. You're spot on. You're spitting me, Abdul, man. You are spitting, my friend. The best players cost more money, especially when they have contracts. Yeah. Spot on, bro. You know what it is, where people are confused because Liverpool don't sign these type of players anymore. I mean, we haven't done these kind of transfers, in my opinion, like with quality players since I was a kid, and I already told you about the players. I remember a window like Ray Houghton, John Barnes, and all these guys were walking through the door. That was the last time I remember a lot of quality players arriving at the same time. After that, we had a few transfers. I remember the Torres, Ryan Babel, and all that stuff. That was a good transfer. Maybe you could say Szoboszlai, Endo, Gravenberch, and McAllister transfer was good as well. But I'm talking about the level of quality, ready-made players who can elevate your team to a level that's above everybody else. This is the first time I've ever seen that. People even call it the English Galacticos, whatever it is. I don't know what that means, but similar to the Real Madrid one when they used to buy all the best players and all that stuff. So that's what we're being called. Yeah, it's madness. Yeah, players cost more if you buy the best quality players around the world. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Our new players are all learning, getting to better, improving, and fitting in with how we do things. Yes, there's one way of playing for the previous team that you was at, and there's another way when you come to a different league and play in a different formation, different tactics in another team. And you look at the Premier League, guys, like it's the #1 league in the world in regards to watching and in regards to physicality. I don't look how easy it is for Harry Kane to score all those goals in the Bundesliga. Look how easy it is. Look at Mbappe leaving PSG, going to Real Madrid. Look how easy it is for him over there. So it's not always easy in the Premier League, man. You have to earn the right as a player to be, known as a top player over here. So this is where some of the players who arrived at Liverpool are at the moment. We're watching them, but not many people are giving them praise. But the only ones that settle in is the people that actually play in the Premier League that we buy from a different Premier League clubs. So luckily, we've got Isak that's still going to come through to the first team and, sort us out. So the spine of the team, if you look at Alisson, Van Dijk, Konate, Gravenberch, McAllister, Florian Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Isak, Ekitike, Gakpo, Salah. If you look at that spine of that team, it's just what can you do against that? You can't do anything. We beat Arsenal, second best team in the league, without Isak as a striker. Imagine we had Isak and Guehi in the same window at the same time that time. If we had both of them, it would be over for everybody around the world. Still is anyway, in a sort of way. But it would have been the best transfer window in the history of the Premier League, in the history probably of football as well. We just missed that little one, which was the centre back. Hopefully in January, we're going to get Guehi through the door. I'm really hopeful. Oh, crazy, man. Big up Jane. Anyone new in the house? Genghis, my brother. Doing well, bro. Hope you are well. Of course, man. Whenever I see you guys, I get excited because you guys are good people. Always help me out on the chat, man. I don't ask for much. Just help me out on the chat. That's it. Nice hat for Zay. Yes, this is from Liverpool store. Oh, someone asked me the other day about the Maradona shirt, if it was real. No, it's not real, guys. You know, if you look at the international football, apart from the R9 one, the original one, I don't think any of them are real. Baggio's not real, I know that. Maradona's one's not real. Zidane's one's not real. Romario's one's not real. Ronaldo, number 9, Barcelona shirt is not real. It's all replicas. That's what they are, bro, guys. Liverpool ones are all real, apart from the black with the green last season. It is real. I bought it from a Liverpool shop, but it's not the £120 one. It's the £80 one. Look at the way I'm talking about £80. Like nothing. That's not nice. Sorry, guys. You know what I mean? £80 still a lot of money. But yeah. All the international football shirts I've got, apart from the R9 Brazil, because I bought that a long time ago. Lily Whites, you know, in Oxford Street. I bought that and the Zidane shirt. That's the only one that's real as far as I'm aware. But yeah, the Maradona one and Messi one, they're all replicas, bro. They're not real. So sorry if I said it was real. My bad. I don't want to be like telling you guys porkies, if you know what I mean. Arne Slot, a great manager. He knows how to swap players and get the most out of them. I would like squad depth. So do I, my brother. So do I. Just going through the comments, but let's get back to Mr. Arne Slot.
To extra time and the only team that could bring them to penalties. So it was a frustration to lose it with penalties. It also, if you are out, at least that's what I have. If I'm out, I prefer to go out against the team that wins it in the end, because that tells you if you can bring them so far.
Oh,
yeah, it's a bit too simple to say.
I like that. He mentioned I prefer to go out to the team that wins the tournament, the Champions League, that is. So you could improve next season. And if you beat them, you can actually have a chance of winning the Champions League. This man's smart, man. Stone Cold, man. Against the authority. Stone Cold. We've got Stone Cold as the manager, man.
We weren't that far off of winning it as well, but we felt...
Let's go back. Sorry. Let me go back a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit too simple to say, then we weren't that far off of winning it as well, but we felt that was the best team in Europe last season. I think everybody agrees to that, because they won the French League, they won the Cup, they went to the Club World Cup, were very close to winning that as well. So it's fair to say they were the best team in Europe last season. That we were so close of beating them gives us also the confidence that we are able to compete in this league as well. But even if we would have lost them 2 times with 4-0, I would still tell you now that Liverpool will always be able to compete in the Champions League.
Get in there, my boss. My man.
Artur Kovács, RTL Hungary. We can say that Dominik Szoboszlai can play brilliantly well as a right defender. But now Jeremy Frimpong is fit again. Can he return to the midfield, maybe?
And Conor Bradley is fit again as well. But we also have 4 very good midfielders fit as well. Endo, McAllister, Dominic, Florian. Do I forget one? Curtis is not fit, Curtis Jones. So yeah, in every position we have a lot of competition. He can play in both positions. And let's see if he plays tomorrow, where he's going to play.
Just behind.
Hi, Arne. Gabriel from Swedish SVT. What do you think will be the biggest challenges here for Alexander Isak in the first time in the club that he must focus on?
Getting fit. Getting fit after missing out 4 months and of proper team sessions. He doesn't have to prove to anyone that he's good enough to play in the Premier League, because that's what he's proven already at Newcastle.
There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stone Cold Steve slots in there. There you go, bro. Come on, MM. I knew you was a genius. I knew you was a genius, bro. Yes, man. Yes.
So the main challenge he has is to become so fit that he's first of all ready to do what he did last season. And then speaking about Paris
Come
Saint-Germain,
on, babe.
I don't think anyone is surprised that I was mainly impressed by the way they press. So it's double press, and that is what was Dembele was one of the examples that was so outstanding in his pressing game. So everybody is focused on Paris Saint-Germain about all the goals they score, but I was mainly impressed by the way they pressed. And so the moment he's fit and match fit, and he can play 90, and then the next step is playing 3 times in a week, 90 minutes, and then the next step is going one step further in terms of pressing. And that's what he has to do. And then scoring goals and doing special things in attack, that is something he will 100% sure do.
John, here.
Hello, here in Spanish.
Spanish, yes.
Yeah.
Hablabas
You were
antes
speaking
de-
before about the transfer window in Spain. We've spoken about how much money Liverpool have invested. Does it annoy you that people talk about how much money you have spent? And do you agree that you are considered the favourites in this Champions League?
You've been listening to a lot of talk sports because he was saying that we spent so much money. And it didn't came to him probably that we've sold for 300 million. I repeat, for 300 million as well. I think it's only a compliment. I think it's only a compliment that people tell everyone that we've spent so much, because that tells you that the players we've brought in are seen as very good players. So I'm for a part responsible of bringing the players in as well, together with some other people. And I think we should see this as a compliment, that everybody is like, wow, they did great business. And I think we did.
You did.
We brought in great players. And to add to that, we've already lowered the age of the players. So some other teams prefer to bring in 27-year-olds because they're already, bam, ready. But we think we've brought in players from 21, 22 that are ready, but also 21, 22. So, and then if they are 4 or 5 years with you, you can still sell Luis Diaz for 80 million.
Woo,
But if he would have been
nice.
28, I think it's harder to sell him for 80 million if he's 32. So that's all.
I got to make that picture in it with Arne Slot behind me in it with a Stone Cold Steve Austin attire. Come on, man. Come on.
And I think that model should get a lot of praise, because I've said it here in England once or twice, and I can say it one more time to you as well. I think all the money we've spent, we generated ourselves by selling and winning the league after we didn't buy anyone at all. I don't know if you know, but if you win the league, that's quite good financially as well. So those two situations led to the fact that we could spend 450 million. It wasn't as if we looked in the ground and saw, oh, there's money coming up, let's spend 450. No, we've generated ourselves, and that is, I think, a big compliment for the model we have and for the quality players we've brought in, that everybody is only talking about the 450 we've spent.
No.
And we are always, that's not a surprise to you, if you're Liverpool, you're always, if you're an English club playing in the Champions League, you belong to one of the favorites.
I love this guy.
Hi, Arne.
Arne.
You mentioned earlier Curtis Jones is still out for this game. Can you tell us a little bit more about the nature of his injury, how long you expect him to be out for, and whether or not this affects your use of Alexis McAllister, who himself is still finding his way back to full fitness?
Yeah, I can talk to you for a long time, but I already talked for a long time. So he will train with the team tomorrow. So
he's back.
Hopefully he's
great.
able to be in the squad on Saturday, but not for tomorrow yet.
I like that.
Loose.
You mentioned earlier about Robbo coming in and doing well. Just ask on Milos, how has he taken being substituted so early? Have you spoke to him about that, and is he fine, ready to rise to the challenge again?
Yeah. Although you never know when they're sitting in front of me or when I have my team meetings, they don't stand up and say, I disagree with you. But maybe when he's at home and he's talking to his father or his girlfriend or his friends, he's like, what a stupid decision this was. But when I'm around, he comes across as if he understood it. And I've shown yesterday that because that wasn't maybe clear for every player, you could see after he made the foul, which you could argue if it was a foul or not. But the referee blew his whistle. I've highlighted that 6 of their players went over to the referee,
Oh,
and
they
the
did.
referee made twice a signal like this. No, this is not a yellow card for me. This is not a yellow card for me. And for me, it was like, you could even argue if this was a foul or not, and it's already necessary to tell everyone in the stadium that it was definitely not a yellow. What will happen if he makes a normal foul, which is normally not reason for a yellow? So for me, that combination, if their players wouldn't have gone to the referee, if he wouldn't have made this thing, I would have at least kept him on till halftime. But I felt also the atmosphere in the stadium, smart from their fans, by the way. They were on every decision. They were on top of the referee. I felt if he only touches him once, he's under a lot of pressure not to give him as yellow. And that's what I tried to explain. And again, he said he understood, but yeah, I don't know what he says to it.
You know what? I love this manager. I'll tell you why. I don't think any of us actually thought of this. If he kept Milos Kerkez on, he would have been sent off. You're asking, how do you know, Fuzzy? Look at the referee. Enough said. Enough said. He realized that this guy's a genius, you know. This guy is a genius. This guy here is a genius. He looked at the referee. He looked at the fans' reaction. He looked at the situation from that foul he did near the halfway line. And then he looked at the referee. Marco Oliver. Everybody knows the issue between Liverpool and Marco Oliver. Last time Marco Oliver refereed the game was the game against Everton, as I remember. I think so. When he made those crazy decisions in that game. Never gave us a foul in the whole game. Probably 1 out of 20. You know what I mean? And then he was the VAR assistant in the Bournemouth game. The guy blatantly handballed the ball. What did Marco Oliver say from the VAR room? Oh, the ball came off his thigh onto his arm or something like that. It was an accident. He replayed that a few times, and he still wasn't convinced that guy intentionally handballed the ball when the guy's reaching out for the ball and handballing it. Like, come on, guys. This guy, we've got a manager here, man. We've got a genius. That big head there, that bald head, Stone Cold. Genius, man. Genius.
There's fans about it, but to me, he says he understood.
Hold on. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Genius, mate. I just realized that. I forgot. How can I not know? How can I not know what happened? Like, why he took him off? How can I forget that? I'm normally clued on things like that. And I, honestly, like, I sit, then I realized, shit, he just said it, but nobody actually realized what he just, you know, when a manager's head coach speaks here, you got to pick the things he says. I don't think enough people do that. I think we just ignore when he talks, and it gives you a little bit of clues in the talk when he's talking. And I don't think a lot of people clock onto that. I honestly don't. I just realized it just now. I know exactly what he meant. The occasion and the occasion, and plus, you know, the fans, the way they were reacting, the players going towards the referee, and most of all, the referee, Marco Oliver. I mean, like he said, he could have kept him on until half time, but he decided not to. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy stuff, man. I just want to show you guys what's happening in the training ground. This was earlier. They played this earlier. It's not long. It's about 10 minutes or something like that. But let me get into the chat why this is being played. Yeah, man. I've just realized it. Wow. I forgot about that. Normally, you see me talk about things. Then I realize, shit, he's talking about Marco Oliver as the referee. That's the whole point of it. Yeah, Verts broke the shirt sales record, but I have a feeling Isak might take over at some point. I'm getting the green shirt. Hopefully, Isak on the back of it. Let me just put it that way, bro. And the next season now should be interesting again. Apparently, our shirt sales was up 700% on the last 2 years. Wow, Gene. Come on, Jane. Come on. Next match, I want to go. I'll send you that magazine, the match magazine. I'll send it to you, Jane. Don't worry about that. I got you. I got you. I got the last one because it was Jota, so I had to keep that one. But the next one, I'll get it for you. No problem. Doing well, bro. Yeah, yes, I saw that one. Of course. Just looking for the comments. Yeah, there's other players. You can see the players right there. Isak is amongst the players as well. He will be at some stage. I think he's going to be on the bench tomorrow because the limited players that we have. You know what I mean? We ain't got a lot. In the Champions League, it's not like the Premier League. You put everybody on. That's why Chiesa, it wasn't in the squad this season in regards to the Champions League. So he has to be on the bench. And the way the coach spoke is like he's going to participate at some stage in the game. So I'm looking forward to Isak performing. But yeah, there's the players. There's the manager talking to them, the head coach. You can see Salah, Endo, Gakpo, Wirtz, Isak, Chiesa, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Ekitike there. Kes, Virgil, Frimpong. Dan's is there. Leone, I could see him there. Leone is big, man. God damn. That guy is huge because Konate ain't no slouch. Freaking hell. People forgot about Dan's, innit? After that PSV game last season, everybody forgot about Dan's. He ain't good enough. One bad game. You know what I mean? Like, come on, it was difficult. He was facing the Dutch champions. And you look at the players that we had. We didn't have no special players on the pitch apart from Chiesa. We was relying more on Chiesa in the game. So, yeah, thank you, Fozzie. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'll get it for you. No worries. I completely slipped my mind. I remember you was asking for one. I'll send it to you. No worries. Next match that I go to. Look at those players, guys, man. Can't wait when they click, man. You know, in normal circumstances, I said that before, with Chiesa, 5-6 years ago, if he was coming to Liverpool, people would be like going mad. You've got Chiesa in your team right now with these special players that we already have. Why aren't people excited when they see Chiesa, man? I love it, like the other day against Burnley, where when he was coming on, they were singing, I could see them crying in Turin. Federico is here to win. One shot with Arne slot. He said, ciao. F off Juve. They were singing that. Like, before he even come on the pitch. You know what I mean? They were like asking for him to come on. Yeah, but I thought like you shouldn't have taken Ekitike off. You should have left him on for a bit. You know what I mean? That's not a confident booster when you take the striker off, the main striker off like that. Just too many games. Like he takes him off in the wrong time, I think. Because you never know, like he could just tap it in at some stage, and Ekitike is more than capable. We saw his finishes this season in the Community Shield against Newcastle, and Bournemouth as well. So he's a finisher, man. That's what he is. You gotta give him a chance, man. You gotta give him a chance. Wow, look at those players, man. This kid Rio, dog, is gonna be a special guy, man. I love the way he came on against Burnley the other day. The step overs and all that stuff. Go. Wow. Jeez. Man. Jeez, as expression says. Jeez. Goodness me. I thought all the substitutes have played a big part in that game, to be fair. If you look at it. Bradley, Frimpong, Robertson, Chiesa almost scored with a header. You know what I mean? So, and, little Rio, they've all done their bit. There's Isak there. Why are we focusing on that side? Focus on the left-hand side of the screen, man. Crying out loud, man. Give them both. We want to see Isak, like how happy he is. How he's talking to the other players and all that stuff, man. Stop like this damn thing, man. Oh, you can't watch him. Let's see the relationships he's building with the rest of the team. You know what I mean? And someone asked Virgil about that talk. Remember in the League Cup final when him and Isak were talking? Someone asked him about that. He said, when I leave Liverpool, I'll talk about it. I can't talk about it now. I can't remember it. I've got amnesia. I mean, but yeah, if someone asked him that, So if you can't talk about it, it has to relate to him coming to Liverpool. It has to be. Because if it wasn't that, you would have just explained it. If you know what I mean. So yeah, man. Yeah. Gakpo. Yeah. Endo, the main man. We love Endo, man. There's Isak. Go on, Isak. Salah. There's we go. There we go. Soboslai, McAllister, Chiesa. I like this. I like what I see. That's special. And got Gomez back as well. Haven't heard it. Have you guys heard anything about Gomez being injured? I haven't. So that's good. Where's the Jones then? If he's going to be part of the team, where is he? Strange. Very strange. Very strange. There's no sound, is there? Because I can't even hear anything. I'm the only one that's speaking. God damn it. Yeah, there's no sound. There's Isak with Endo. It's good having Endo in the team, guys. You know, like it's the experience in it, as well as, you know, the commitment for the player when he comes on the pitch as well. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Faultless. I never said anything bad about Endo ever. I don't remember ever saying anything bad about him. I love the application from this guy. Even during the summer, he told the head coach, Arne, you know what? I want to play for Liverpool Football Club. I know I'm not going to be, you know, first team regular, but I'm here, you know, whenever you need me. That's what he said to Arne Slot, guys. That's why he's still there. Transfer window closed. Endo's still there. Why? There you go. The commitment is there from the player, man. The guy wants to stay at Liverpool Football Club no matter what. Crazy. Like, when you hear things like that, like he loves being at Liverpool, even though, you know, he's not playing in the first team. This is the, you know, the South Korea captain, man. So Japanese captain, what was I saying? Japanese captain. He's a Japan captain, isn't he? That's twice now, isn't it? If you think about it. I remember someone said when Jurgen was in charge, he's never had a team without a Japanese player being in the team that won the league. He's won the league 3 times, and 3 times Japanese player has won the league. Wataru Endo. Not Wataru Endo. Minamino and Kagawa at Dortmund. And now we've got obviously Endo as well. So there you go. It is true, like crazy. Look at Isak all smiling. I like that. Chiesa at the Champions League squad, but look at his commitment for the team, man. Look at the commitment for Chiesa, guys. I love that guy, man. Look at them mucking about. There's no squad like this in the Premier League, man. There's no squad like this. Everybody happy. Look at Robertson looking after Isak as well, telling them things. Chiesa talking to Isak. This is what I'm saying. This is the commitment that we need, man. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Isak, Salah, Florian Wirtz. Ooh. Gakpo, sorry, as well. That's no joke. Listen, don't be surprised at the season if you see like Chiesa in the left wing as well. I know he comes on as a striker all the time, but I think sometimes he's going to play in the left wing as well. And when Salah goes to the AFCON, I still don't think it'll be Chiesa on the right. I think they're going to play someone else. Maybe more likely Szoboszlai. Or you could put Frimpong forward with Bradley behind him, but Bradley doesn't stay fit. That's the problem with Bradley. So yeah, it's there. It's going to be one we have to figure out, that one. The Champions League teams won't have a clue about Rio, really. Yeah, they won't. You're right, MM. If he gets a run tomorrow and scores on his European debut at 6, I think he's 17 now, bro, or 18. I don't know. Let me check. I'm sure he just reached 17 or 18. One of them, though. I don't know how old he is. Rio in Gomoa. How old is he? He's 17, bro. He's 17. He's 17 from what I can see. Yeah, so he's 17 years old. 17 years old, my bro. Must be, yeah, 17 years old. He was close to 17. Yeah. I just want to see that Leone kid. Like, when am I going to see him play? And well, look at him, see what type of a centre back he is. I've never watched him 90 minutes. I watched clips of him at Parma or Bologna as well. So I've seen clips of him. I haven't seen him play in a full game yet. So once we see that, we could see what type of a player he is. It's good to bring him in, innit? If he's going to be the future for the defense, learn under the Virgil van Dijk while he's still here. It's just what Liverpool is all about. That's what we should have done in the past, and we forgot how to do that. If you look at the old teams of Liverpool from yesteryear, like back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, that's what they used to do. While the best still there, the youngsters used to work under them and then eventually take over. It was just a revolving door every single time. And that's what we're looking at. When we're looking at our players right now, that's what we're doing again. Don't ever be fooled about the amount of money we spent, because we got it back. You know what I mean? The net spent is very low. Lower than probably majority of the teams this season. So the sales that we made, it's like the head coach said, even though we spent over 400 million, we still got a lot of players. We sold a lot of players at the same time as well. So it's making up for that. Man. Soboslai. I told you guys this season is going to be his season. Nobody believe me. Oh, he ain't good enough. He ain't good enough. Soboslai is rubbish. That's all I've been hearing, man. I'm hoping to see Trey Noyoni, of course, Rio and Leone, and Will right from the start against Southampton in the cup. Oh, yeah. A lot that I can do with, bro. 100%. I'm with you with that one. They need to start playing. And I want to see Danz again, man. Danz is a quality player. He can be, one of the best, in my opinion, if we nurture him. And I'm glad he hasn't gone on loan, because he's been on loan last season. Now he's at the football club. Playing the cups like he normally does, scores in the cups, get confidence going again. And, at a certain point in the Champions League, if we already qualified, I don't know if he can play now. I don't think they chose him. I don't think they chose him in this Champions League squad. But, at some stage in the second part, probably bring players like that in, so we could have more firepower up front as well. Gravenberch has been phenomenal this season, guys. He's deadly in that midfield, man. You see, but it clearly shows, innit? If you show a bit of belief in players, because at Bayern Munich, he was just sitting on the bench for 2 years. Now he plays for Liverpool. We show him belief. We show him everything. And now look at him. New contract on the horizon. He might get a new contract now. That's not bad, is it? Yeah, man. Yeah, guys, that's me. I don't think there's any more things happening. But yeah, that's me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back on my other channel. I think I left the link there somewhere. I always do anyway. I'll be on UFT. That's a channel for everybody. Please join me on that one. And I appreciate everybody that supported me today in the morning, and of course in the afternoon as well. Something we've got to build, in it. We've got to build as a family, guys. Like, I leave for holiday, I come back, everybody disappeared again. Yeah. But yeah, check out my other channel, UFT. There is the link there. I'll be on there for the Arsenal game. Hopefully they'll lose to Atletico Bilbao. You never know. You never know, man. You never know. Yeah, so check me out on there. I'll be on there. Please subscribe to it. Whoever you support, it's for everybody. It's for everybody, man. It's not for one team. It's for everybody. Yeah, Dan's two apparently, and Nalo is one of the next youngsters close to being ready for a try with the first team. Yeah, Dan's. I remember, man, we was making that thing, especially me. I said he reminds me a bit of a hurricane, man, the guy. And all of a sudden he has one bad game against PSV. Everybody gives up on him. Shouldn't be like that, man. Give the guy a chance. Give the guy a chance. Everybody can play, have bad games. Salah is always having a bad game, but nobody judges him. There you go. if you know what I mean. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm off. I'll be back around 5:20, I think, something like that, just before the Arsenal game on the other channel. The link is right there on the chat. So yeah, I'll see you soon, guys. Thank you to everybody that's joined me. Appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. You guys are superstars. Take care, everybody.